Everton 0, Arsenal 1, 3 points on the board, and a better performance than last week. I'll be honest. Obviously, wasn't the easiest of games. It's not a ground that historically, well, not a ground we've played at, but going to Everton away isn't the easiest for Arsenal. Obviously, only one win in the last 6 visits. I think I saw the stat. So, coming off of a clean sheet, a good performance. I think every player held themselves high. A goal for Big Gyokeres as well, smashing penalty. I think a lovely performance from Saka as well and some other players. And at the end of the day, so a couple of guys finished their chances. Could have been a more comfortable scoreline, but I think it was a good performance. And best thing ever, no players came off injured. We got the 3 points. We went back to the top of the league, and we stayed there at Christmas. So if you're new and you're returning, have already hit the subscribe button, smash the like button down below, and comment down below your reactions to the game, your thoughts on the game. So yeah, man. Lineup comes out, very strong lineup. We started predicting lineup that I think me and Waffle done predicted, where obviously you saw Timber, Saliba and KAPE and Calafiori back 4, Odegaard, Zubimendi, Zubimendi and Rice midfield, and then obviously Trossard, Saka either side of Gyokeres. So yeah, we started the game. First 20 minutes, I think we were moving the ball, but a bit slowly, trying to bait Everton in, and Everton kind of started the game well, lively, winning their duels, getting onto the ball, the likes of Grealish and Ghana, trying to fashion things happening, and also had to weather the storm. A couple of crosses and corners coming in. I think it was Barry done well, back to goal to kind of hold up the ball against Saliba and KAPE at times, but nothing really threatening at Arsenal's goal. We had to kind of weather that storm, and we did. And as I was saying on stream, we just needed to kind of play a bit more riskier passes. I think against Wolves last week, what we didn't do all game was play some risky passes, kind of question them, turn them in behind. If there's no space, going through the lines, can you go over the top? Can you play, direct passes? Can you dribble penetrate? And we started to do that. We, some good play from, I think playing at the back led to a chance for, I think it was Zubimendi. It came from some good play. From a play from pass from Rice to Zubimendi, plays out to Trossard. It comes back up to him, and a good shot. Then we had another play down the right after a pass from Raya. Plays into Zubimendi's feet. Zubimendi's feet, and Zubimendi finds Gyokeres, holds his defender up well, plays it out to Saka, who gets the ball back, across into Gyokeres, and it was a bit behind him, and gets the head up. But a couple of opening moments there that showed Arsenal that had kind of weathered the storm and started to kind of take the game to Everton. Everton had kind of regressed in their press, and it had dominated possession. Obviously, the corner came from a potential penalty shot where I think Saka done well to kind of fix his man, played a pass to Timber through the lines, who played a deflected cross, and was falling right to Gyokeres' feet, or head I should say, and he was kind of nudging the back. It was kind of good defending in the end. I'm not mad the penalty wasn't given, but it was a penalty. I think if he didn't nudge Gyokeres, that's literally a goal. So it's a goal scoring opportunity that's been denied. Ref doesn't do his job there, VAR doesn't do his job there. It goes out for Arsenal corner because the cross was deflected, and from that resulting corner, Arsenal get a penalty. Rice put us a lovely ball in, and O'Brien, the same defender who nudged Victor Gyokeres on the back, handballs it. I don't know what you're trying to do, save the ball. Clear cut penalty, and it kind of feels vindicated from just right directly. The football gods kind of said, nah man, Arsenal gonna get that. And obviously goes to VAR. Referee takes, I don't know why the referee takes 10-15 looks. You need to watch that once, twice max to see that he handballs the ball. He wasn't pushed by anyone, it wasn't anything. It's like he was looking for a reason not to give it. In the end, he gives it. Obviously, I was thinking maybe Saka's gonna take it because he's our penalty taker, but maybe for confidence reasons and just for to try and get him going, Gyokeres takes the penalty and completely smashes his penalty, laces it. All the anger, all the frustration from probably all the goals he hasn't scored in all the games he's played, all the criticism, all that stuff, bam, back of the net, 1-0 to Arsenal. And obviously we've got a foothold on the game. Obviously Everton now kind of torn between two. Do they press, do they not press? This was around the 25th 26th minute, and then also kind of playing their way through the game. Obviously had another couple of openings within that first half, could have put the game not to bed, but yeah, to put the game to bed before the first half, but obviously didn't do well. I think there was one pass that Arsenal had a good counter attack. Odegaard kind of overhit his pass to Gyokeres. Obviously he ended up putting a good cross in the box, but it could have been a shot for Gyokeres. But yeah, Arsenal going 1-0. We know Everton away, they're going to come out first 10 minutes at least try and get the game back to 1-1, try and get some energy, win their duels, be a bit physical. And so they were, and I knew Arsenal had to weather that storm again. Arsenal had to come out and try and score a goal early in that second half to try and kill the game off. Everton started that first 10 minutes, 15 minutes with fouling, aggressively challenging, winning their duels, starting to put the ball into the box, and Arsenal had to kind of weather a few storms. Obviously a couple of penalty shots here and there, especially one from Saliba against Barry, but I think they're both going for the ball. Saliba kicks Barry, could be a pen. If it was typical against Arsenal, that kind of thing gets given, but it wasn't given. I was happy the ref didn't give that, because I don't think if it was against Arsenal either, that I'll be angry if it wasn't given as well. Similar to the first Gyokeres challenge, that the goal scoring opportunity. And Arsenal had to kind of get a response. We were kind of looking a bit under pressure, scuffing some clearances, wasn't able to get the ball under. I think Gyokeres started to kind of fade out in the game. Mikel brings on Gabriel Jesus for maybe a bit of hold up play, a bit of bit more outside the box stuff. And as well, I think Zubimendi had a mixed game, but I think the likes of Rice, Saliba stood up. Everton put on Beto when Arsenal put on Jesus. Beto is more physical than Barry, and at times was pinning Saliba, but Saliba done well to kind of marshal him. Obviously Raya as well, that cleaned up to everything he needed to do in his box. And KAPE was very comfortable in the game. Calafiori and Timber, I think, was quality, and I think Arsenal done what they did to do. Obviously Everton huffed and puffed throughout the second half, but didn't really cause anything. I don't remember any shot of any value, maybe a long range shot that's kind of gone wide, but nothing really, any cross into the box. Arsenal dealt with a header, or Raya collected comfortably. So yeah, we had a couple of chances in that second half as well, off the post and off the line. Trossard had one from some good play from Arsenal, some build-up play that ended up getting to Rice. Rice released it at the right time, as he normally does, for that interlink that he has with Trossard. And then Trossard tries to finesse it, Terry style, hits the post. Zubimendi had another chance after some good play from Timber and Saka down the right hand side. Finds Zubimendi, who obviously, I think Grealish was sliding in, tries to kind of finesse it, but it goes into the post. And then obviously Saka had another chance as well, where him and Timber played a lovely 1-2. I think Saka had enough time to kind of go on his left foot, potentially get a stronger strike on goal, but tries to take it first time. His right foot is cleared off the line. So Arsenal could have had 2-3, could have been a 2-3-0, and it could have been a more convincing scoreline on paper. But I think if you watch that game 90 minutes, I think Arsenal did what they need to do away from home, got the clean sheet, could have had more chances, but ultimately got the win, and we go back to the top of the league, because City was top of the league for some hours when Arsenal, obviously they played earlier, and obviously the lead was only 2 points before this game kicked off. So yeah, man, my man of the match this game I'm going to give to Saka. I think he was constantly a threat, constantly taking on his man, putting on good balls into the box, constantly driving Arsenal up the pitch, constantly deciding to try and show some quality, drifting central spaces up to the left hand side, overlapping and overloading spaces. And I think he was just quality today overall. I think Rice as well was a very good game from him. So I think Saliba's another shot for man of the match, was quality all round through. I think Timber, Calafiori was great. Trossard again from that left hand side. His creative passing, man, something I'm going to talk about in my player profile. That creative passing from Trossard is excellent, man. And that's ultimately, at the end of the day, we get the 3 points. I think the last 3 or 4 away matches we've conceded the first goal. Obviously we've not got a clean sheet, but getting a clean sheet away at Everton, getting a clean sheet, especially off the back of that Wolves game where the performance was poor, even though we got the 3 points, is good. Now we go into that Palace game, no injuries. Obviously the likes of Eze, Madueke, Wanyeri, Lowiskedi didn't come on to get today. Probably a bit sad with that, but they have Tuesday to show what they need to do. Get Arsenal into a semi-final and stake their part of the season. And obviously Arsenal can give some rest to some key players as well. The likes of Rice and Marino's on the bench, Norgard, Wanyeri, Martinelli. We've got got a strong team ultimately. Obviously the injuries to White, Mascara and Gabriel don't help, and obviously Havertz is setback, but we're here, man. So 3 points, I'm happy, can't complain really. Better performance than last week, more proud of the performance, and we got our clean sheet back, so that's to be proud of. Only criticism I have is I want us to kill games more. I think with those chances that we had, if we put those chances away, the game is done. There's no threat from Everton, and the scoreline looks good. It helps our goal difference, and we can potentially get players off early. So hopefully, going into that Brighton game, the Palace game, and the Villa game, we can put games away, get it out. But 3 points, back to our 2-point lead, top of the league, top for Christmas. Hopefully that's a good sign going into the second half of the season. Been your boy Cape. Hit the subscribe button, comment down below all you think, agree, disagree that I said in this video. Smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.